This is poetry from Poetic G.
Reality.
This is real. One time. Check.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm King George. I'm the owner of T.Y.I Productions. I am the curator of Black 31 magazine. Today I'm here with another special guest from the community. This brother wears so many different hats. He's involved in community outreach. This brother is an artist. This brother also dabbles into construction. So we gonna get into all the hats that he wear in this interview. So let us introduce brother King Raig. Let's go.
Yeah. King Raig, represent Germantown, B.L.A.C.K and Queen Lane, man. Germantown 301, Southwest, my second home. You know what I mean? And I'm here to wake everybody up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show y'all what I'm on. I got a lot of cool stuff in store. I got a couple projects I'm working on, a lot of new music I've been working on. I've been heavy in the community, 10 toes down, doing my community outreach, trying to make a difference in the community, man, because we need a lot. You know what I mean? Coming from where we come from in our community. So I'm trying to connect people with different resources and things, and man, and get like-minded individuals together in the same room at the same tables and build on things, man. So that's how we come, man. That's what I'm on, and that's what the Fathership Foundation primarily. I'm working with them on that, and other than that, man, this General Entertainment and Media Group, Gem Group. That's my label. That's my entertainment company, and I'm looking to onboard some actors, actresses, comedians, producers, rappers, singers, everybody. Anything that has anything to do with entertainment and media, let's rock, man. So that's what I'm on. That's what we on. Podcasts, all that.
I like
you feel
that.
me?
I like that, brother.
Yeah, so I'm rocking out with Celebrity Boxing. We got the event on the 28th, man. This Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Harrah's Casino in Chester, Harrah's, Philly. Sugar Shane Mosley returns to the ring, and I'm burning that down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be performing, so y'all wanna look out for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get into what made you come up with the name King Raig.
Alright, so short story, people used to, like, a lot of women primarily used to always refer to me as a king. They used to just, like, I used to be like on Scepter on the bus, like a kid, like 12 years old, I'm on a bus. Mm-hmm. And I used to, like, after school, I used to just, like, have my hoodie just, like, sitting on my back like a cape, like, not really wearing it, like, my arms not in the sleeves. Yeah. It's just, like, my hood on my head, and it's just hanging on my back like a cape. And I remember this woman, she was, like, one of the 5 or so people at that time who said, "You really just remind me of an African king." And I'm like, yo, I really keep hearing this, bro. Like, I really keep hearing this. Like, I keep hearing it. Like, first of all, my grandma always tell me stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a king. She give me my history on my roots and our family. We come from the Black Panthers and all of that stuff. Stokely Carmichael and all of them used to be chilling at our crib, Huey P. Newton and all that, you know what I mean? Yeah. She told me a lot of history on my grandfather. That was the real Will Smith, you know what I mean? He was heavy with the movement. He was assassinated. Yeah. And so where was I going, man? I just got lost in that real fast.
King Raig, though.
Yeah, all right, so the name. So people always refer to me, or they always used to say I resemble a king, or I remind them of a king. So I always felt as though I was a king, and for the reasons of me being able to persevere through whatever I was going through, overcome whatever troubles, whatever I was persevering through brought forth, to be able to overcome it and rise above it. And I took care of my little brothers and sisters almost like I was their dad too. I'm the oldest. So, you know what I mean, I had a lot of trauma, a lot of things that bothered me coming up as a youngin', and I didn't want to let that define me or dictate too much who I was going to be. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I wanted to be above it, not under it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that all made me a king. You know what I mean? And believe it or not, yo, like I used to go to school a little bummy and everything and all that. Like as a kid, like I was one of the less fortunate. We ain't really have too much. You see what I'm saying? Like we heavy oodles and noodles, peanut butter and jelly. You see what I'm saying? Like glizzies. You know what I mean? Like we ain't really had too much. So I used to go to school with like holes in my clothes and all that sometimes. You see what I'm saying? But I was confident still, and people didn't really understand that. You know what I mean? So, and I was funny. So when they try to bust on me, I used to cook them, like, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, that was like, I had a lot of adversity I went through coming up, you know, and that also made me a king. You see what I'm saying? I used to have to rumble. I only had one-on-one rumble at like every school before they realized, oh, we can't, not one-on-one, we got strolling. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, all that stuff made me a king, man. So I adopted the name pretty much. And then as far as Rage, with all of that trauma that I just mentioned, there was a lot more on top of that, and a lot of stuff that I saw. Yeah. There comes anger when you don't have, you know, the proper upbringing as far as like your parents and you know, your childhood being, you know, coming up. So I was kind of raised by like the people who I thought were cool.
I got a question though, because I see where you're going at, just with, you know, the childhood trauma and everything. I was like, now, if you care to like answer this, right? What was one of the most horrific things that you seen growing up that shaped your childhood, or that just shaped you into the person that you is now? It's like it made you change.
It was so much, bro. Like I don't really know where to start. Honestly, the first thing that came to my head was my mom trying to overdose on some pills, and my step pop. Rest in peace. May Allah make his grave spacious. He choked it to get her to throw the pills up. Yeah, I mean, and that was just like I was 6, and I'm just looking at like what's going on? Like, you feel me? So that was one of the main first things, and then I started to learn that she was using. You know what I mean? She was on drugs or whatever. Like she was not the hard, but she was, you know what I mean, messing with other stuff. You know what I mean? And that really took a toll on me. Like that used to really like bother me a lot, because I used to see her different moods and personalities and stuff. I used to like get in trouble at school, and on my way home from school, be wondering like, dang, what type of mood is she gonna be in today? Like what type of trouble, what type of punishment am I going to get today? Am I going to get beat with the brush? Am I going to get hit with the belt? She just gonna sock me? She gonna punch me in my chest? Or she gonna be cool and be like, you know what? And just let me live, you know, I don't know, like, you know, and a lot of that used to be based off of she high, she drunk, or what, you know what I mean, however she was the night before, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So now, don't get me wrong, my mom super loved me, you know what I mean, she did everything she could for me, but you know, we all got our vices, you know what I mean, she had our vices and stuff like that. So I think that was one of the first things that really, one of the most traumatic things that really got to me, like, you know, early on, because I used to really pray a lot. I used to really try to keep a real good relationship with God. And I used to pray hard that whatever she's doing is not right. Can she stop it? You know what I mean? Please, can she stop it? So that's why I never wanted to like sell the stuff that she was on. You see, I never wanted to sell like crack and coke, none of that stuff, none of the real heavier drugs. Like, I mean, I jumped off the perk. I was selling weed when I was like 14 and all that. But, you know, was weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Now, just understanding, you know, the childhood trauma and everything. How important is mental health for us black men?
It's everything, man. Like for real, I feel like coming from where we come from, we all pretty much got mental health issues, and it was kind of designed for it to be that way. You know what I mean? So the first step we need to do to reclaim ourselves or our identity, well, that is the first step. So for us to reclaim our identity, and to do that, we gotta find out who we are. You know what I mean? We gotta trace back our family tree. We gotta go way back, start, you know, with our family, and then go even deeper, you know, our roots, and, you know, figure out who you are, what you're supposed to be on, identify what moves you, what moves your spirit, You know what I mean? What you
Absolutely.
like to do, what you're good at, not what you think you're supposed to do or what you think is cool to do because cultural appropriation or the society or whatever is going on, whatever is lit. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't follow that. Find what's inside of you and go that way. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I advise everyone to do. And I think we vibrate at our highest frequency or at a higher frequency when we just be ourselves, man. It's just kind of simple, bro.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's crazy. I like that, man. I really do. Now, to get into the construction side of you, right?
Yeah.
How did construction come about, and how much do you love construction?
All right, so I was getting in trouble. I used to get good grades in school and all that, but I used to get in trouble. People used to try me. I was skinny. I was cool. Like, I wasn't looking for trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was ready to handle it when it came my way. You know what I'm saying? But I kept getting in the fights. I got kicked out of the school system, like I said. So I had to leave the state. It was a court order. I had to go to Job Corps. So I had to go to the first available Job Corps. And that was in Morganfield, Kentucky. So down there, we went through all the shops and stuff like that. And at first I was thinking about going welding or whatever, doing underwater welding or something, the coolest thing I could think of to make use of that time down there. But once I went to the masonry shop and rest up instructor Willie Starks, he was a great brick mason instructor. And I went through that course with him, and I graduated at the top of the class. So it was like, I'm good at this, you know what I'm saying? I'm real good at this. Like, he had took me to a church, a Christian church, and I think it was a Baptist church, and the pastor had grabbed my hands, and he was just like, you have very great blessings within your hands. Like, you're going to be able to do great things with your hands. And all this stuff he was saying. So, and you know, that was during a class trip there with instructor Willie Stark. So it was like, that was heavy for me. It's like, maybe I should do this. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, secondary to my dream, which of course was music. You know what I mean? It was I always wanted to do music. I was rapping since I could talk. You know, I was making beats, beating on stuff and all that since preschool. Like, you see what I'm saying? So. But yeah, it was like, you know, obviously I gotta make money now. We don't know when or if this ever gonna take off, so I gotta make money now. So with the brick masonry stuff, I actually did like the course. I was really good at it, so you know that'll help. You know what I mean? That'll help build your ego. Like, all right, I'm good at this, so that'll give you a little bit more incentive to do it. You see what I'm saying? It's like a competitive thing too. So. Yeah, I got into that there, and I figured out you can make a couple dollars doing this. You can live kind of comfortably. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's where that started. And when I came back here, I got into the union, and that didn't happen right away because there's a lot of politics involved with the union. And it's a lot of racial stuff and things like that to go on. So they kept giving me excuses for like seven years straight. You know what I mean? First, I didn't have a car, so they like, if you don't have a car, we can't let you in. It's like, what, bro? Like, that's anything. Like, at first, I just accepted it, but now when I look back at it, I'm like, what, bro? This is really what they told me. You see what I'm saying? And then it was, we're just not accepting applicants at this time. Like, it was just always some little dumb excuse they was giving me for years straight, to the point where it's though for like 3 years, I just didn't even try to get in. You see what I'm saying? And then I tried again, and I got the interview, and I got in, you see what I'm saying? I got in and I started working for these big union contractors, and they talk to you any type of way and all of that stuff. And we're told that we're supposed to just take that out there. Like, you see them, let them talk however they want to talk. Just keep your nose down or keep your head down and just work, do your 8 and skate. And I'm like, what, bro? Like, I'm a man first, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't. When they were telling us this, I'm not even aware of to the extremity of how it really is out there. You see what I'm saying? Like how they really talk to you crazy out there. Like, so I get out there and I peep this and I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna let them talk to me like that. So as soon as they try to talk to me like that, I just nipped it in the bud. So I started bouncing around from this company to that company to that company, because that's kind of how it goes in the union. You see what I'm saying? You don't just stick with one company unless they really like you and they got a lot of work and they can keep you working. Other than that, if the work slows up, you got to call to go to a different, you know what I mean, somewhere else. So I started bouncing around a lot, and I just started seeing how things are, you know what I'm saying, how people are, certain people and things like that. You know what I mean? Absolutely. It was some stuff. It was just like, bro, like I can't be around. Like, I can't be around. Like, I was really ready to throw people off the scaffold. I'm telling the foreman, bro, I'll throw you off the scaffold. You can't talk to me like that. I'll throw you off the job. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, whatever, bro. So, and then I was good. So I knew I was good, and it's like they hated the fact that I was good and knew I was good. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to be good, but when you know you good and you kind of act like it, and I was trying to be humble as much as I could, but you know, maybe it kind of showed to them, it probably looked different, you know? Perception is something, you see what I'm saying? So they ain't really like that. They act like they like me, but I still, you know what I mean? I got intuition, like I could see what's going on.
You
like,
tell what's going on.
Yeah, I could tell, like, you know what I mean? So
absolutely. Man.
So I was like, I gotta start my own shit, man. Like, it was my man T.Y.I, my man T.Y. I got into the union at the same time with him. We went through the apprenticeship at the same time. Like, we started and we graduated together, and we had our first union job together. And on that first job, after a couple weeks, we both talking like, bro, we gotta start our own shit. Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, we not like, what, bro? So we really said that, and then a few years later, that's where we really we really got on. He started his, I started my business, and he started his. His is not a strictly construction business, but you know, he has his thing called Higher Self, and I have my thing called Smithway Masonry Company.
Okay.
Smithway Masonry Co.
That's heavy.
So, yeah, I mean, that's how I'm carrying it.
That's heavy, bro. I like that.
And I hire people with no experience. I train on my time. You see what I'm saying? So I basically lose money putting into their training on my job site, on, you know, professional work or professional jobs though. Obviously, I make sure they're good enough, or, you know, at a sufficient level to perform whatever task it is that I'm having to perform. It's on people's properties or commercial works or whatever. You see, so you know, I take big pride in my work. Like, my work gets me more work. So you see what I'm saying? It got to be right.
Absolutely.
So I train them really well on, you know, I teach them very well on actual jobs. And really, that's how this field is. You learn on the job site more than you do at school. So.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. You said what is called Smithway?
Smithway, yeah.
Smithway. Smithway, y'all check out Smithway. Construction workers. The brother need construction workers, and he said he'd train y'all.
Yeah. I'm looking to open a training facility within the Fathership Foundation soon, so y'all look out for that too. I mean, I'm definitely moving on that.
So, because I was just about, it's crazy you said that, because I was just about to get into that. The Fathership Foundation, because this is something incredible to talk about. This is community level.
Yeah.
What do you do for the Fathership Foundation, and who's the owner of Fathership Foundation? How did it come about, and what's everything that's going on that's positive there?
Oh man, there's so much good stuff going on with the Fathership Foundation. Everything is positive. So the owner and founder, his name is Dr. Jonathan Wilson.
Yes.
This guy, I can't speak highly enough about this guy, man. He's a great guy.
Yes.
Obviously, a lot of schooling, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of intellect. You know, because, you know, born with that, with knowledge, you know, that's acquired. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So he has all that. You know what I mean? And he's very passionate about helping and making a change in the community. It's, you know, just like I am.
Yes.
And he has his reasons. I have mine, and everybody affiliated. You know, we all have our own reasons. But he was shot. You know, they attempted. You know, he was shot. Now he's in a wheelchair, and he just made the best of his life going from there. You know what I mean? And this was about 12 years ago, I think that happened, something like that. But the Fathership Foundation's been around for like 14 years, so This had to be about 15, 16 years ago, probably, I guess.
Okay.
Got shot somewhere around there. Forgive me, Dr. Will, if I'm off a little bit on the time. But yeah, he really carrying it. He's working on audio books, and he has programs for the kids, and he has programs for us men, and we do basketball 2-on-2 tournaments and stuff like that, and community events, all different types of community events we do. The women now have a women's group that they do.
Okay.
We're working on a schedule for that. He does different giveaways and book bag drives, and he's just always there, you know what I mean? And I'm always there. We're very accessible. If anyone needs to talk, or if anyone has any type of situation, anything going on where they need any type of help, you know what I mean? Because we have all different type of resources that we could, you know, bridge gaps and connect dots.
Absolutely.
So he the man. He runs that. I run the workforce development program.
Okay.
So that's like, you know, I help people to be more employable. You know what I mean? That's my thing. And connect dots as far as that's concerned. You know what I mean? Put people on the different resources and connections and stuff like that, or help with, you know, anything that wherever you may need help in your level of employability.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's what I do with that, and I co-facilitate the man-to-man men's circle with Emilio Sparks.
Okay.
And you know, they're good joints, man. You gotta come out to them joints, man.
Absolutely.
I encourage everybody. Sometimes we get women. A lot of times we get women. Kids pull up. They just walking past. They might just be interested in the conversation that they hear. You know what I mean? And passing and just stop. And now I gotta get them a chair. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a good joint. Like, last week we were talking about politics, and that got crazy because that went from, you know, politics is a touchy subject anyway, especially right now with this kind of race that we got going on.
Absolutely.
And then that went from politics to religion to science. So, you know, it was Christians in the room, Muslims in the room, and Scientologists, you know what I mean? Everybody it got a little heated in there. You had some Republican in the room as well, you know what I mean? We had conservative in the room, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, you know, it got heated, you know what I mean? It got a little intense, but it was okay. It was good. It was more than okay. It was actually great. It was a great turnout for like they normally are. They always are.
Great conversation, man, in the community. That's what we need, man. It's like certain topics that we got to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
And even if they're uncomfortable, people got to understand everybody's views.
Right.
And somewhere throughout all them views is the truth.
Right.
And you got to see who going to attach to that truth.
And that was pretty much the conclusion when once everything got so intense. You know what I mean? That's how we brought everything back to a calm medium. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And most importantly, what do you love most about the Fathership Foundation?
I love the results that we're seeing. Like, we're actually helping people. We're seeing the help. They're coming back. They're thanking us, and that's just, it's heartwarming. Man. It's just very heartwarming, and it just makes me want to do more. It makes me want to help more.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And before we wrap up, I just want to know. What advice do you have for the young, striving young brother that's growing up, that's actually entering the Fathership Foundation, right? And what do he need to be successful? What do he need to be on point? And most importantly, what do he need to keep his mind just on track?
Alright, first off, like I said, just be yourself. If you don't know who you are, find yourself. If you don't like yourself, make yourself like yourself. That means get rid of whatever it is about yourself that you don't like. Do the best you can about it. If you can't do it on your own, find out where and how to get some help. And be very careful and mindful of the company you keep. You know, because the people, your surroundings and the people that you surround yourself with, they have an influence. Sometimes it's subconscious. You might not even really realize it, but they your atmosphere is influential. You know what I mean? You're surrounded, the people you surround yourself with. So you just want to make sure your friends are really your friends, and don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know what I mean? Because somebody might try to shoot your dream down because they don't see how they could do it. You know what I mean? They don't know how in the world would I be able to do this, so I don't see how this person could be able to do it. Like, you know what I mean? So
yes.
Just try to stay focused for real, and just first the main thing for real, yo, have a relationship with God, yo. Like, to figure out, just pray for guidance. Pray for guidance. You know what I mean? Pray for guidance and just keep a relationship with Him, and just follow your heart. You know what I mean?
That's heavy. That's heavy. That's some heavy gym. That's some heavy gym. That's some heavy gyms.
And never quit, never stop.
Yes.
Never stop, yo. Never quit. No matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, no matter how long it takes. It's not your time, and it's God's time. Man. So just keep going. No matter. I went through a lot. I go through a lot. Still go through a lot, but I keep going. I get up. I keep going. No matter what. I keep going.
Yes. And since I know you're an artist, right? I know you're an artist. Did you mind sharing something with us? Sharing something with us.
Oh, we got a beat or what? How you gonna do it? You wanna put on a beat for me? Give me a beat. The free or no disrespect, free. You know you my guy. But that was funny. I ain't gonna lie. You be good.
What type beats you like?
Give me a finesse joint. Give me like give me back end. Let me make sure it's on. Yeah. Look. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck your opinion. You're fooling and they stupid. It's harder when I do it. Fuck out the kitchen. Some niggas you think cool cause they got legs in the jail. Beat us and suckers and snitching. Them niggas is hoes. It's like anything goes. Shit is fucked up like the system was innocent up the road. And I had saw it like all of the time. You're not in my lane. And we can crash out if you're crossing that line. Stop trying to fit in. Just be yourself for all of them lies. That really ain't you. This really ain't that. It's all in your mind. I deal with reality. I'm a king standing on principalities. I'm different. I'm into astrology. My flow is from another galaxy. Yeah, I'm the hottest, but still I'm the coolest. I'm still learning, I feel like a student. I'm your whole Raig, I feel like a Buddhist. My mood is fuck how niggas feel I'm the truest. You're either really or fake. You cannot be both, they don't coincide. I learn from others' mistakes. You know niggas die over their pride. I'm not pumping no brakes, no slow on my stride. No 95, I'm driven. Niggas be tripping. I got the vision. Open your eyes. I need off top and back end. I got 2 kids, no lacking. Their grades good, they're rapping, they're acting, they're snapping, they're having, cause they only on business and steadily bringing that cash in. They like Raig, where your ass been? Don't worry about it. I'm back in. Yeah.
Let's go. That was heavy. That was heavy. Tell the people, man, where can they find you at?
Hey, you can find me on all platforms. King Raig. It's R-A-I-G, stand for real as it gets. King Raig. I'm on everything. The link, www.linktree.king/King Raig. That's Linktree/King Raig.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, that was so heavy. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all go check out and go support King Raig on Instagram at King Raig. And every week, don't forget to tap in to B.L.A.C.K magazine.
Yeah, tap in, B.L.A.C.K 31. B.L.A.C.K 31 mag, y'all already know. I will be in the November issue. Y'all gotta stay tuned, tap in. It's a good guy here. He got a good thing going on. We locked in. Let's get it. Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And y'all know who we are. We are the platform of truth, the home of the champions, and the place where we uplift man, woman, and child. Peace and love, y'all.
You gotta fuck with that.
They gon' sing that poetry. After this song, the whole world gon' know me. Cause after this song, the whole world sing the poetry.